My name is Achie, Ojany, Alai. I lived in 6 different countries before I came to Kenya 5 years ago, and I came purely because I wanted to work in the public service. I lived in the UK, I lived in Holland, Bahrain, Singapore, and now Egypt. So Cairo is my home at the moment. I went to Consolata Kindergarten, Consolata Nursery, Consolata Primary School in Westlands. Then I went to Loreto Convent, Musangari. And then after that, I joined the University of Nairobi. I studied economics. When I graduated, I joined Gillette International, and I worked there as a graduate trainee. And then I moved on to be a brand executive before I switched into the advertising side of the company. And then I joined McCann Erickson. And I've stayed in the communication space, building brands. So mine is not the creative side of advertising. Mine is the strategic part. What is the problem with this product? And how can I make it better priced, better packaged, available in terms of logistics, you know, the 4 Ps. Then I moved to London. I worked for McCann Erickson in London, and that was fantastic. I stopped to do my MBA in marketing management, and then I went to join Leo Burnett in London and Chicago. And then I moved to Holland, where I lived there for 10 years. While I was there, I ran the International Women's Club. It's an organization that poaches all the expatriate spouses that are female, and now they handle men. And so they then built again my international desires. So I've been in Kisumu again. That was just part of who Achie is. I was coming straight from London, where they have packaged themselves as a business conference destination of repute. And I thought, why can't I do that in Kisumu? And I feel personally as an individual that we have, together with my department. When we arrived in 2017, the landscape in terms of tourism, there were hotels, there were some airlines, but it didn't feel cohesive. Over the last 5 years, the department, the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Sports, has worked tirelessly in order to bring all the players together. All the airlines all know each other. They know the hoteliers, they know the beach management units. You know, those are the units along Lake Victoria. Now, when all these players in the hospitality sector are able to talk to each other, it was important that we create the Lake Victoria Tourism Association, which we did. And it's one of those big things that over 5 years has helped shape, together with the government of Kisumu and the national government, one cohesive agenda for Kisumu in terms of tourism. Business, conference, tourism. AfriCities came on the tail end of our 5 years of building this conference destination agenda. We were hosting big events as we moved along, and then we culminated in AfriCities, which hosted 11,000 guests, international guests. Kisumu has learned how to host. All the airlines know how to behave. The government knows how to behave. All the culture people know how to behave. We know the business of hosting. So we've packaged that. I would say that many of the international guests had not heard of Kisumu. They had heard of Kenya. They were aware of Mount Kenya. They were aware of Mombasa. They're aware of the Masai Mara, because Kenya has really packaged those destinations. AfriCities put this lakeside city on the map. The brand value went up. You know, our share of voice is loud. Now when you think about, oh, I'd like to hold a conference, many people in Kenya say, oh, can we go to Kisumu? We also hired a department of MICE, meetings, incentives, conferences and exhibition, to help with event management. So tourism, MICE, sports, culture, interwoven. Another transfer of best practice is in the corporate world, there's no 8 to 5. Me and my team, we work whatever hours, whichever day. And the team have backed me up. I like newness. My slogan is normal is boring. My staff always love that. They always laugh at me about that. But genuinely, normal is boring. And my biggest thing is, I'm a very restless creature. Once I feel I've achieved, I just have to keep moving.